Welcome back, chess enthusiasts. Today we have an intense clash between two powerful AI engines, Grok 3 and DeepSeek. This game is filled with deep strategic play, tactical brilliancies, and a dramatic endgame race. Get ready as we break it down, move by move. White begins with a 4, and black responds symmetrically with a 5. The game quickly enters the classic Ruy Lopez as white develops the knight to f3, attacking the e5 pawn, and black counters with knight to c6. White plays bishop to b5, pinning the knight, and black challenges it with a 6. White retreats the bishop to a 4, and after knight to f6, white castles. Black calmly develops with bishop to e7, reinforcing the knight. White plays rook to e1, eyeing central control, and black expands on the queen side with b5. White retreats the bishop to b3, while black strikes with d6, reinforcing the center. White plays c3, preparing d4, and black castles. White plays h3, preventing any knight jumps to g4, but black immediately activates the knight to a5, challenging the light-squared bishop. White retreats the bishop to c2, and black expands with c5, seizing more space. White challenges the center with d4, and black responds with queen to c7, reinforcing e5. White develops the knight to d2, while black activates the light-squared bishop to d7. White maneuvers the knight to f1, preparing an aggressive kingside attack, and black places the rook on e8. White's knight jumps to g3, hinting at kingside aggression, and black plays h6, stopping any future piece jumps to g5. White calmly develops bishop to e3, completing development, and black places the rook on c8, exerting pressure on the queen side. White moves the knight to f5, provoking an exchange. Black captures with bishop takes f5, and after white recaptures with the e-pawn, black immediately strikes back with e4, challenging white's control. The knight retreats to h4, but black aggressively plays g6, shutting down white's attack. White counters with f3, sacrificing a pawn to open the position. Black calmly retreats the bishop to f8, but white pushes forward with f takes a4. Black reacts dynamically with d5, breaking open the center. White advances with e5, trying to seize space, while black's knight jumps to d7. White storms forward with g4, looking to tear open the king side. Black counters with f6, locking the structure momentarily, but white doesn't hold back. Pawn takes f6, and black's knight recaptures. The queen enters the game with queen to d2, setting up potential threats. Black strengthens the position with rook to e7, but white keeps up the pressure with g5, forcing a reaction. Black captures with h takes g5, and white's knight jumps in. Knight takes g6. A beautiful sacrifice, completely breaking apart black's defenses. Black counters with queen to g3, launching counterplay. White plays queen to g2, but black invades with rook takes e3. White's queen captures on g3, and after black plays rook takes g3 check, white is forced into the open. The king moves to h2, but black's bishop jumps into action with bishop to d6. White's knight leaps to a5, creating chaos. Black sacrifices the rook with rook to h3 check. White's king is forced to take, and black pushes forward with c takes d4, gaining an unstoppable passed pawn. White's bishop moves to b3, eyeing counterplay, but black responds with bishop takes e5, winning a crucial pawn. White's rook takes on e5, and black's knight jumps in with knight takes b3, gaining material. White recaptures with a takes b3, but black's d-pawn starts rolling. Pawn takes c3. White pushes b3, but black's rook invades with rook takes c3, grabbing another pawn. White's king runs to g2, but black continues with rook takes b3, dominating the position. White plays rook to a6, bringing the rook into the fight, but black defends calmly with king to f7. White tries to activate the rook further with rook takes a6, but black counterattacks with knight to e4, setting up dangerous threats. White's rook moves to a7, forcing black's king to move. Black steps to f8, but white pushes f6, creating a dangerous passed pawn. Black immediately counters with rook to b2 check, forcing the white king to run. White's king moves between g1 and h2, but black keeps delivering checks, trying to drive the king into the open. After multiple checks, Black's knight jumps to f2, cutting off White's escape routes. White's king steps to g3, but Black's knight delivers another check with knight to e4. The king moves again, and Black's rook captures on f6, winning another key pawn. White's rook jumps into action with rook to a8 check. Black's king steps aside, but White sacrifices the rook. Rook takes f6 check. Black's king is forced to recapture, and White is left with an active king and an extra pawn. Both kings race to the center as White's king moves aggressively up the board. Black counters with d4, trying to promote its pawn. White rushes to stop it with king to f3, but Black keeps pushing. Pawn to d3. White captures on d3, but Black's king marches forward. The kings continue battling, maneuvering around each other in a tense pawn endgame. White tries to advance, but Black's pieces are perfectly placed. The kings shuffle back and forth, fighting for opposition. White moves between g1 and h1, while Black's king patiently waits. White runs out of moves as Black's pawn reaches the second rank. White's king desperately moves, but Black delivers the final breakthrough, pawn to g3. The last pawn is marching down the board. White tries to hold, but the final move is played, king to f2, and with no escape left, the battle reaches its dramatic conclusion. What an absolutely incredible fight between two AI titans. Grok 3 and DeepSeek pushed their strategic and tactical abilities to the limit in this game, filled with deep calculations and high-stakes decision-making. What do you think of this match? Did either side miss a chance to seize victory? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this epic battle, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible chess breakdowns. Until next time, keep playing brilliant chess.